in the spirit of cocktails and Saturday brunch, I want to suggest casually that as we play this game, which is a do or don't, it's a guessing game, which you can do in your own chair but out loud, that if you have the answer wrong, perhaps you want to consider drinking as your punishment. So I say if you don't get it right, or if you do, either way you prefer, maybe a little, a little sip. Okay, so get started. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you some questions, and it's either do or don't. Are these performance reviews do or don'ts? Are you ready? All right, don't be shy and keep your neighbors honest. All right, your first one is, planning should begin 1 month prior to your performance review. Do or don't? Don't. Oh, I heard a do, I heard don'ts. But I hear I see some faces, I see some nervousness. Don't. Okay, and you've all heard the answers. It's a don't. It is a don't, and so I don't see it right. I see some at the end here, that's right, drink.
Are we allowed to drink if we're right?
Yes, you are, yeah. Not only are you allowed, but it is encouraged. Planning should begin the day after your last performance review. It is an annual process that you should be thinking about and cognizant of all year long. We'll talk more about that. Okay, ready? You're warmed up. Respond to a poor performance review in the moment. That was a softball, and it got an exclamation point. It is a don't. Don't ever, because you will be emotional. If you're like me, you'd burst into tears. It is a bad, bad, bad idea. Crying. Speaking of, is it a do or a don't? Don't. Drink up, ladies. It is a do. I want to see some cocktails raised. Crying is a do. Now, when you cry is a different story. I do not suggest crying in your boss's office. Catch 22. That's right. I want you engaged here. The better you drink, the better I get. That is a do. Crying in your office, crying in the bathroom, crying at home are all allowed, and I brought that one specifically for me because, again, I am very sensitive. So when people say things, I immediately cry. Ask for a salary increase during your performance review. Ooh. Ooh. It is a do. Who was at my last speaking engagement that should have got that one? That is a do. That is the time that you have done your homework and prepared. Now, we'll talk a little bit about how that performance review goes. You may want to shift your conversation a little bit depending on the feedback you receive, but go in prepared and knowing what you've brought to the table for the whole year to ask for the salary you deserve. Okay, ready? Only a few more. I don't see those drinks really draining. Compare your performance with your colleagues during performance review. No? Oh, I heard a do.
I would. I do. I do.
You, okay, so you're a certain do. Got it. And we've got a few don'ts.
I think it depends on the industry. If you're in sales, of course you want to compare yourself to your colleagues if you're the top performer.
Okay, well, I appreciate you defending that answer. You are a firm do. I am a firm don't. It is never about, even in sales, someone else's performance. You are there to talk about you, what you've brought to the table, where your career is going, and what you bring to the table does not depend on what someone else brought.
Oh, wait, did we say outside or during the review?
During the review.
Oh, no. I thought you meant like outside, then you...
I'm sorry, that was wrong. You'll have to drink.
No, I agree with you.
All right, we've got a couple more. Use your job description to prep for your review.
Do.
That's a do. Do we have any don't takers? Everybody's afraid now. It's a do. It's huge. If you do not have a copy of your job description, which you should have in a file somewhere in your cube, desk, somewhere, ask human resources to run you a copy. You should always have this. And we're going to talk a little bit more about how to use this, but you always want this as your benchmark for how your year went.